What's going on, guys? Nick here. Today we're going to be installing fuel pump. This might turn into two separate videos, so I'm just going to do the intro right now for the fuel pump, injectors, and rails, and then the intake manifold might be a separate video. So we're going to get started on doing the fuel pump. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is depressurize the fuel system, and the way to do that is you have to pull the fuse for the fuel pump. And I'll show you guys which one that is. On your little diagram here, it will tell you that this one right here, the 20A fuel pump, that's this fuse right here. You're gonna want to pull that out, and you're gonna try to start the car, and it's gonna use all the fuel that's like still left in the system, and the car's gonna start and shut off. And then after you try to start it the second time, if it doesn't start, you know you did it properly. All right, guys. The next step that you're gonna want to do your fuel pump is there's a 10mm bolt right here that holds the seat on. Have someone hold it up for you, and just to show you guys why you never want to get rear-ended, there's still glass from when I got rear-ended under this seat. I've never picked this up before, but I'm guessing the body shop didn't take care of that. So there's literally still glass right under the seat stuck to it. So you have to get a screwdriver for this and pry this up out of here. This is your line that's connected to the canister in your fuel tank, and this has to come out so that we can take it apart and swap the pump. Alright, guys, this is the fuel pump out of the car. When you take this out, make sure that when you're going to take it out, you don't have a close to full or a full tank of gas like I did, or else gas is going to spill everywhere. There are 3 clips that you first have to take off to get this fuel pump in here in this little basket kind of thing loose. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. And once you take those off, it'll set the pump that's in here loose. Alright, after you get that after you get those clips all completed, there is a snap ring that is on the spring-loaded side of the pump. I don't know, do you have it? It's right here. It's really small, little snap ring on the end of it. Once that comes off, it frees up the whole canister top lid to come off, and then your fuel pump is in here. So that's the next step that you have to do. After that, there's going to be a couple clips right here, 2 of them, plastic clips. Remove them, and then the whole top part can come off like this so that you can access the pump. After you get the pump out, you flip it upside down where the regulator is underneath, which is right there. The pump is right in here. There is this piece right here that has 5 clips on it. If you guys ever watched the video of FA20 Club taking it apart, he actually snapped this into 2 pieces so that it would be easier to take the clips off. But there's 5 clips on this. Here's the sock for the stock fuel pump. Take this off, and you can access the pump right here and the regulator right here. Once you do that, take a screwdriver right through here and push onto the stock fuel pump, and it will shoot the pump out the back where I was just showing you guys just recently. And this is your stock pump, and it's finally out of the canister. Alright, guys, quick recap. The fuel pump has the new harness on it. This one comes with this is a different one that came stock on the car. And I'm pretty sure that this sock that came off of this, the filter kind of thing, doesn't fit onto here. So I'm about 90% sure that it goes onto the bottom of the filter like this, because it snaps onto it. And I'm pretty sure that this clip won't work anymore, so you'll have to just use this end of it for the regulator, and just kind of ride solo with this one. So if I'm wrong, I'm going to correct it in the video, but I'm pretty sure this is how it's going to go. Alright, guys, so the pump is now in. It's clipped into place here. One of the videos that I was watching to do this, because I watch videos for information too, had this part underneath it where the regulator was, you have to take this piece that was holding it on, because the pump sticks out the back of it, take a screwdriver and put it on the edge of it right here, and tap it off with a hammer so you can cut it in half and still have a clip holding the regulator on. And then you can slide this down in, and make sure that none of the wires are pinched in any way. Make sure that the sock isn't pinched so that it can filter the fuel and all that good happy stuff. And then after that, plug these two clips back into here, these two clips here, and then the spring goes on this side with the bigger hole, and not this one because it won't go down in it. So the spring-loaded clip goes on this side, and you can put it on, and then we can put it back into the car. After you do that, all you have to do is, we had to fight it, but get the top spring clip in right here, and once you do that, get that clip that was on the bottom in, and after you do that, it's all back together and it can be put into the car. Alright guys, quick update on the pump. I ended up having to take it apart and put the other two O-rings on, so there's 3 O-rings on the end of that nozzle, so that the pump is not loose and you don't lose fuel pressure. So there's 3 on the end of there, and then the sock is put on the end of it. It doesn't have anything to clip it on. There's a little spot where it sits on like a little edge on the bottom of the fuel pump, so I just put a dab of super glue there, held it on, and then it's popped onto the bottom of the pump, so when it sucks the fuel up through, it filters it, and then everything's all good. And it's not going to be losing fuel pressure from not having the gaskets or the seals, so it's time to put this back in the car, and yeah, I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright, the canister pump is now back into the tank. There's a hose that sits in the tank that you have to reach down and grab, plug into the bottom, and then this hose right here that runs there comes up and plugs to the top here with little clips. And then once you push down on this, because it's spring loaded, you put the top ring that's over here. This top ring and the seal right here, go over top and hold it down, put it down like this so that this part is facing up. And after you do that, you just have to seal this back on. I didn't go and grab gasket sealer. I'm pretty sure that there's enough on here that if I hammered it down, it's going to stay. And then this right here plugs into the top, so I'm going to do that now. And hopefully we'll be done doing the fuel pump and the whole fuel system. Alright guys, so that's how you install a fuel pump onto a 2013 and up Subaru BRZ. I don't know, this install was kind of tough. You busted up a lot of knuckles. It probably took me around 4 hours to do this. And if you guys have any questions about the install, leave them below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. See you next time.